रेडियो प्रोग्राम प्रवासी में जुड़े हुए सारे श्रोतियां का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करते हैं. We are honored to have our leader of the opposition, Mr. Pierre Poilievre, with us in studio today again. So I know in our country we are facing lots of challenges. We'll try to cover as many as issues in this very brief and short interview. Mr. Poilievre, first of all, thank you so much for coming to studio again.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be with you, Rajinder.
First of all, we pay tribute to Mr. Brian Mulroney, Right Honorable previous leader of the party and our great Prime Minister.
Yes, indeed. He was a wonderful Prime Minister. He rose from humble beginnings. I relate to that. He came from a working class family in a small town, the son of an electrician. And I was born to a 16-year-old mother who put me up for adoption to 2 school teachers, so I can relate with that. And the second thing we have in common is that he took power during a terrible time at the end of the previous Trudeau government, when unemployment and interest rates and inflation were through the roof. People were losing their homes. Suicide was at as highest level in Canadian history. And this entire mess, he inherited it.
Great.
And he turned it around.
Yeah.
He unleashed free enterprise, he crushed inflation, signed free trade with the Americans, sided with freedom against communism in the Cold War, and of course led the fight against apartheid and racism in South Africa. What a magnificent legacy that he leaves his family and our country.
Okay. Post-COVID, we were prepared for many challenges, but nobody was prepared for this kind of disaster. People are not able to close their housing deals. I mean, our rents are skyrocketing. Inflation is, we can understand that people are not able to even afford food on the table for the kids. So many challenges we are facing in the country. What do you think? I mean, nobody was prepared for this kind of situation.
Yes, the Canadian dream has transformed into a Trudeaupian nightmare. After 8 years of Trudeau, inflation is worse than any time in the last generation. Interest rates have risen faster than at any time in Canadian history. It now takes 25 years to save up for a down payment on a Toronto home. Used to be able to pay off the entire mortgage in that time before Trudeau. Housing costs have doubled under him. They were half as much before he came. He has made Toronto into the worst housing bubble in the world, according to UBS Bank. Vancouver's the third most pricey in the world by comparing median income to median house prices. Now we have food banks that are running out of food. 2 million visitors a month, expected to go up this year by 18%, according to Second Harvest. And now there's something very terrifying. A new group has formed on Facebook called the Dumpster Divers Network. It's a group of people who share tips on how to jump into a garbage can and pull out food because they can't eat and there's nothing left at the food bank. It is incredible how much damage Justin Trudeau has done in just 8 years. But the good news is life wasn't like this before Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to turn the hurt he's caused into the hope that Canadians need, and we're going to do it with common sense. My plan: axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime.
Okay, I have no hesitation to say that situation are worst in Peel and particularly in Brampton area. Even you have mentioned many a time, you have tweeted, you have shared those issues with Canadians time to time. Every hour a car is stolen, robberies, carjacking, whatnot. So people are so scared, they're not feeling safe in their own homes.
Yes, this is the result of 8 years of Trudeau doing catch and release. So the same repeat career car thieves who they eventually get arrested, they're released within an hour on bail because of Trudeau's Bill C-75. My common sense plan is to reverse that Liberal law and bring in jail, not bail for repeat violent offenders and for career car thieves. We'll get rid of house arrest for car thieves and put people behind bars when they're caught stealing cars. And we're going to secure the ports. Right now, there are 500,000 shipping containers going out Montreal with only 5 CBSA officers. And so only 1% of the containers gets checked. I'm going to cut back on all of the money they're spending on consultants, pricey consultants, and put that into frontline inspectors and scanners to scan every shipping container so that if there's a car in those containers, we can take the car off and put it on the ground, open it up, and take the car out. It's a common sense solution to the car theft crisis that Trudeau has caused.
Okay. My last question is that we need immigrants, we need immigration for this country, but the mess which has been created in immigration field is so much now challenging for us. I mean, we don't have houses, we are bringing in thousands and thousands of students here, but what a mess. So how you are going to deal with that? What will be the policies of the Conservative government if you become the Prime Minister?
We just have to get the common sense immigration policies that we had before Trudeau, which is to say we bring in people quickly if they have skills that can fill openings in our job market. We quickly allow families to reunite. But when it comes to foreign students, for example, they should have to prove that they have housing, income, and a real admissions letter from a real educational institution before they're allowed in. We need to crack down on the false and fraudulent asylum claims that have gone through the roof because Trudeau got rid of the visa requirement for Mexico and he's not enforced our border protection. That way we bring in real immigrants who have real needs to serve our country and give them a chance at the Canadian dream. We had the best immigration system in the world before Trudeau. It was based on common sense, and that's what I'm going to bring home.
Okay. India and Canada always had great relationship. We have 2 million people from Indian origin here in Canada. Things were worst a few months back, getting better. If you become the Prime Minister, what will be your take on that?
I'd like to see us get a direct flight to Amritsar.
Yeah.
That would reduce travel time for people coming from Vancouver or Toronto. I also want to export Canadian civilian-grade uranium, pulses, potassium, and other Canadian products that will be useful to serve Indian farmers, particularly in Punjab, where there is a tremendous farming community. We can help with exporting our wonderful fertilizers. Our uranium can be used for nuclear power to reduce global greenhouse gases. Meanwhile, all of us can bring home powerful paychecks for our people in this country. That's a win-win.
We were close to sign the free trade agreement, but it didn't happen now. So I hope these ties will be getting stronger and stronger if you become the Prime Minister. Okay, I know we have time constraint. We cannot discuss all the issues in one interview. But before you go, any message you want to give to the Canadians, to the people in this region?
We need to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Axe the tax. Let's get rid of the carbon tax so we can lower gas, heat, and grocery bills. 2, we need to build the homes. So I'm going to incentivize cities to speed up and lower the cost of permits so that we can build millions of new affordable homes and our young people can start families and put affordable roofs overhead. We're going to fix the budget. I will cap government spending and cut government waste to bring down inflation and interest rates. And finally, stop the crime. Bring in jail, not bail, for repeat violent offenders, jail and not house arrest for career car thieves, secure our borders to stop criminals from taking our stolen cars out and bringing drugs and guns in. This is how we're going to bring home the safe country we want. The choice in the next election is this. Do you want a costly coalition of Trudeau and the NDP that tax your food, take your money, punish your work, double your housing cost, and unleash crime and chaos? Or common sense conservatives who will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime?
Thank you, Mr. Poilievre. It's
sir.
Always an honor to talk to you. And once again, thanks for taking some time and coming all the way to studio.
Thank you very much, my friend. It's common sense. Let's bring it home.